KACH.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
There was no winner on Wednesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Thursday morning, following the 7:30 news, I'll call out another lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner as the jackpot goes up to $170. Be listening Thursday morning on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Let's go, batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run, but even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
Today's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion when you need a professional to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. Motor Jungle, looking for a used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game, in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, is strictly prohibited. As a welcome in as we go to game 2 of the doubleheader, Ashton Madsen on the mound for the Indians as Jace Vaughn leads off here for Pocatello in the 1-ball, 1-strike count as the next pitch is up high, 2 balls and a strike. So you're right caught up with us, and lineups are almost the same as Madsen's next pitch misses down and away, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Vaughn, who was all everything in the first game, he was 5 for 5 with 3 runs scored for Pocatello and opens game 2 with a walk. So Madsen gets the start here in the second game of the doubleheader, and Ashton, who caught the first game. And you have to think, okay, well, how's his legs? Well, we'll find out as we go along. Knowles squares, shows bunt, there goes the runner, as the pitch is a strike and the throw is on a bounce into center field. Up to his feet quickly is Vaughn. He wasn't going to go, and then Wynn overran the ball. So they give the error to the center fielder, Vaughn. So it'll be a center fielder win, stolen base for Vaughn, and then the error on the center fielder for Preston allows him to get up and go to third. So here's Knowles, hits a little ground ball up along third. Gregory has it right at the bag, holds the runner, throws it across in time for the out. Nice play by Trevor Gregory over at third. The reason why that's a stolen base, or I should say the error on the center fielder Wynn and not the catcher for throwing the ball into center field, is simply because Vaughn wasn't going to go to third. He stopped at second base until Wynn overran the ball. So here's Serrano as the catcher takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Serrano 0 for 3 officially in the first game. Also walked and was hit by a pitch. As the breaking ball for Madsen stays high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Pocatello wins the opener 8-4 as they scattered 12 hits. Preston had 11. They just didn't have the production to be able to get guys over and in the way that Pocatello did, as the count now 2-1. And the pitch home is swung on and missed as Serrano tried to turn on an inside fastball and came up empty. And it's now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Madsen backs off, the clickety-clack of players running by the broadcast position here with their cleats on. Now the 2-2 pitch from Madsen. Breaking ball stays off the plate, and it runs the count full 3-2. Ashton asked for and was given the start here on Senior Day in his final game at home as an Indian, as the pitch is again down low. It's the second walk of the inning. So runners at the corners. And 1 out. And now here is Madden Evans at the plate. Evans, with a couple of hits, reached on an error, drove in a couple of runs. He also walked in the game. Comes up here with runners at the corners and 1 out here in the top of the first inning. As the first pitch, there goes the runner. He'll make it there without a throw. So Serrano steals second base. Runners at second and third after the stolen base for the Pocatello catcher. And it's a 1-0 count as the fastball was high. Next pitch home to Evans. That misses low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. So with the win, Pocatello improves to 14-6 on the year. They're 4-0 in conference play. 2-0 pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Preston now is 9-5 overall, 2-1 in conference play. The 2-1 pitch hit on the ground. That's right to the second baseman, Burbank, who throws across in time for the out. It's the second out, but it's also going to get a run in as Vaughn comes in to score, make it 1-0. So a ground ball produces the run. And with 2 outs, Serrano goes to third. Now here's J.D. Gunderson. Gunderson, with 1 hit in the first game, he was 1 for 3. He also walked with the bases loaded to force over a run and takes the first pitch down, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So Gunderson, who was 1 for 3 with a walk and the 1-0 pitch. A little breaking ball that didn't, and it hit him right in the back wallet. So kind of a rough start in both games for Preston pitching, as Oxborough really wasn't sharp in the first couple of innings, and that produced a couple of runs. And here in the top of the first inning of the nightcap, Ashton Madsen's walked 2, now hit a batter, runners at the corners and 2 outs. And now here is Alex Wynn. Holding, now he's going to back off. before coming home. Figures that Gunderson's probably tried to run, try to take the spring out of his legs on that first step and just make him wait. Here's the first pitch. The runner does not go, and the pitch is high, ball one. Nope, you call it a strike. Nice, good delayed call by the home plate umpire. Outfield straight away for the Indians. 1 out. Check that, 2 outs here in the top of the first. As pitch home is outside this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. A run home without a hit here in the first inning for Pocatello. Next pitch is a fastball, and that is over for a strike, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes here on Wynn with 2 outs in the first inning. There goes the runner, and now they got the runner hung up as Madsen slips, falls, turns, fires back to the plate. He's safe. They throw back to second base. Everybody's safe as the Indians throwing the ball around. It gets away from Wynn. The only thing that's missing is a little yakety sax as the play comes home, and it ended up scoring a pair of runs. Boy, take your pick on who could draw the errors on that play. I guess it's the Hammonds, the catcher, who originally threw the ball into center field, who would get the second error that would eventually allow Gunderson to come home. So Serrano scores. Gunderson comes home to score. Stolen base, a couple of stolen bases and an error eventually allows the second run to come in. So 3-0 here in the first inning. And Pocatello still doesn't have a hit as the 1-2 pitch misses down low, and it's 2-2. So for the Indians, they kind of throw the ball around a little bit. They finally get Wynn to strike out, but not before the Thunder score a total of 3 runs. There was no hits in the inning, couple of errors on the Indians, and nobody left on base. So we're done with a half inning for the Indians. It's the old saying where they have met the enemy, and they are us, as Preston allows 3 runs on no hits in the top of the first inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the Thunder 3 and the Preston Indians coming to bat.
KACA.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, after losing the first game 8-4, certainly not the start to game 2 the Indians were looking for, as they give up 3 runs on no hits, a couple of errors. And they stake the Thunder to an early lead. And Maddox Moore will pitch here in the second game of the doubleheader for the Pocatello Thunder. As Moore, who so far this year, as he's making his 7th start of the season here today, he's 4-1 with an ERA of just over about 3.5. As he's worked in 25 1/3 innings, given up a total of the 17 runs, 13 of those earned on 16 hits. So here for the Indians, here in the bottom of the first inning, they have just about the same lineup they did in the first game of the doubleheader. Lineup-wise, a couple of guys changed positions, like Ashton Madsen, who steps in to lead off here as Madsen does the pitching here in the second game of the doubleheader. As the first pitch to Madsen misses down and in, ball one. One ball and no strikes. So 3-0 for the Thunder after a half inning here. Excuse me, getting a frog in my throat here all of a sudden. Ashton, who had one hit in the first game, singled in the sixth inning and drove in a couple of runs. He was 1 for 4 overall. As that pitch again misses, it's 2-0. Madsen wanted timeout. Umpire didn't give it to him, and it's a 3-0 as Madsen takes a couple of steps just to kind of kick at the dirt a little bit and look out toward Moore as if to say, come on, dude. As immediately Ashton climbs back into the box, still telling the umpire he wants timeout, and Moore's coming home with a quick pitch. And basically the Indians, they climb into the box, they better be ready because as soon as Moore gets the ball, he's coming home. As Madsen again climbs in, and Moore just rocks and comes back again, and that pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-2. The way you combat that, he wants to come home so quick, you step in with 1 foot until you're absolutely ready. And if he starts his windup, you only have 1 foot in the box, you just back out because time should not be in play at that point because you don't have 2 feet in the batter's box as Madsen hits the 3-2 pitch foul off of the third base side, and it stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Again, hit off the third base side. Coming over is the left fielder, Birch, but he's not going to have a play. And again, it stays at 3-2. Second game of the doubleheader tonight brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. As they, with the freshest bakery and deli items and now fresh sushi made daily, it's Stokes Market, 217 South State Street in Preston. Here comes the 3-2 pitch on the way. As taking all the way is Madsen, and will draw a walk. So he throws the bat away, heads down to first base as Moore walks the first man he faces here in the first inning. And now here is Devin Inglett. Let's give you the rest of the Preston lineup here. It's Madsen over at first base. Inglett will come up here, and he'll be the DH in the second game of the doubleheader. Chase Oxborough will hit third. He'll play at first. Damon Wynn back out in center field, hits in the cleanup spot. Carson Chug hits fifth. He's in right field. And Seth Burbank is the second baseman. He'll hit in the sixth spot. First pitch from Moore is in the dirt. Nice save by Serrano. And Madsen will return back to first base. Austin Gleed hits sixth. He's the shortstop. Trevor Gregory is over at third base. And he will hit eighth. And Emery Thorson bats ninth as he is in left field. Basically the same lineup, almost the same from top to bottom for the Indians in game 2 of the doubleheader. As the next pitch to Inglett, breaking ball, misses outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Outfield straightaway for Pocatello. They lead 3-0 after a half inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's a called strike. And it's now 2-1 on Inglett. Devin, 2 for 4 in the first game. Tripled, singled, grounded out a couple of times. As again, Moore wants to come home quickly, and the Preston batters ask for and get timeout from the home plate umpire. Next pitch home to Inglett is looped into toward right field. Coming up is the right fielder. He's there, makes the catch. Wynn's going to fire back to first base, and then it's not backed up. It gets away, and Madsen's going to go to second, and he's going to stay there.
Inglett flies out to right.
Moore was tardy backing up the play at first base, and the ball ended up getting away and rolling all the way back behind home plate. So Inglett flies out to right. And now here's Chase Oxborough. So the error by the right fielder will allow Madsen to go to second base. Here's Chase, bounces the ball over the mound. There's Vaughn playing near the bag, has it there, and throws him out. So had him defense perfectly as Vaughn was playing up the middle, and Oxborough hit it right to him. And with Madsen now at third base, Damon Wynn will now come to the plate here for the Indians. Wynn 1 for 4 in the first game, doubled in the first inning, and after that he was hitless. In fact, he struck out a couple of times as the home plate umpire takes his mask off and tells Moore that he needs to back off of the mound until the player is in the box, as Preston has already figured out that they want to quick pitch him, and they don't want him to. Hold on a second, as the head coach for Pocatello came out, and there's people walking out beyond the right field fence. He may have thought they were inside the fence. A couple of people walking a dog. It almost looks like they're inside the fence, but they're not. They're on the outside of it. So Moore ready as Wynn climbs in the box, and Wynn hits a little roller up along third. Tough play. In fact, there's no play, and they get the run in.
RBI single for
Wynn
Wynn.
with an infield RBI single, just rolled it up along the third base line. Moore couldn't get to it in time. Killian tried to slam on the brakes and reach down and pick it up, and as he did, he lost his footing. And Wynn was safe at first base. Madsen comes in to make it 3-1. Now here's Carson Chug, as Chug hits a ball toward the hole, backhanded by Vaughn. He'll go the long way and get the play over there, as Knowles able to go up and bring it back down onto the bag. 6-3 for the third out. Preston gets a run on one hit plus a walk, and they leave one on base in the inning as well, and there was one error against Pocatello. We're done with an inning. We'll move along to the second. After one, it's Pocatello 3, Preston 1.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street in Preston.
KACH.
All right, one inning in the book as we go here to the second. 3-1 Pocatello in the second inning of this evening's game is brought to you by Preston Dental. We all have those times when we need professionals to look at our teeth. That is when you need to call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. In fact, give him a call today at 852-3700, or just stop by the office at 135 South State Street in Preston. Here in the second inning, it's the bottom third of the order here for Pocatello. Randy Birch, Hunter Killian, and then Keller Stuckey, as they got 3 runs in the first on no hits. Hit batter and a couple of walks, and Preston helped them along with a couple of errors. First pitch here to Birch, misses ball 1. The next pitch hit foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Birch 0 for 4 in the first game. Flew out, popped up, struck out, and grounded out. And the next pitch misses outside again, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 from Matson. And that misses. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Matson struggling here through the first and now here into the second inning as that pitch misses well outside and it's ball 4. And my sneaking suspicion is as I assumed, catching that first game is kind of taken a bit out of Ashton's legs here, and he just doesn't have the legs behind the drive to be able to control and throw his pitches hard enough. So here's Hunter Killian, was the winning pitcher in the opening game of the doubleheader, although he didn't bat, as he was used the designated hitter for, as Matson goes back over to first base. Talking with the Pocatello coaches before the first game as the pitch is high. The throw through is going to be in time as Birch is out, caught stealing. 2-4. So Birch thrown out. Killian at the plate. Matson will go back to the windup here again and comes home with the next pitch to Hunter. That misses down and away. Ends up rolling to the backstop, and it's 2-0. The Pocatello coaching staff telling us that Killian just gets so wound up, especially when he's pitching, as he hits a ball in the air toward left center field and deep. Wind going back, but he'll have a play as he turns and makes the catch. That's the second out. But he gets so wound up when he's pitching that if he makes an out, he'll take that negative energy with him out to the mound, and then he just has a hard time back controlling his emotions again and end up getting in deeper trouble. And they've found over the year, in fact, last couple of years, as here's Stuckey, it takes the first pitch up high, a strike, I should say, for a called strike, that he gets so wound up that his emotions get the best of him, and he becomes a uncontrollable pitcher out on the mound when that happens, as Stuckey hits the pitch foul and falls behind 0-2. So they've found over the last couple of years that they're just better off just using the designated hitter for him and not allowing that situation to come up and allowing him to get out of control. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. So the walk, but is caught stealing at second base, the fly out and the strikeout. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left as we're done with an inning and a half, as we'll go now to the bottom of the second, and it's 3-1 Pocatello, with the Indians again coming back to the plate.
KACA.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Save $24 on 8 Autolite XP spark plugs after mail-in rebate. You can save 25% when you mix or match 2 or more select Valvoline products. And make your car shine this spring when you buy one, get one 50% off on select appearance products. Stop by and save today at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street. Prices are good through May 25th. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Bottom of the second inning, 3-1. Pocatello on top after winning the opener 8-4. You know, the first game took 2 hours and 15 minutes to play. And we're going to have to move along probably at a pace a little bit better than that here in this game. We're going to have problems getting 7 innings in as the cloud cover starting to come back around a little bit, and I'm afraid it's going to get a little bit darker, a little bit faster. So here's Burbank. He hits the first pitch foul along the right field side. It'll go out of play, and it's 0-1 on Seth. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction. They're building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston as they break ground now on Phase 3. Now's the time to contact them about lots or design options for a home that can be built for you. It's Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. Breaking pitch from Moore, misses outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the 1-1 on the way. Swung on and missed. Good fastball. Miss Burbank couldn't catch up to it, and it's 1-2. Moore ready again, comes home, the 1-2 pitch. Tries to just snap off a big curveball. It ends up about 55 feet out in front of home plate and bounces up there, and it's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Burbank. Ready again, here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, runs the count full, 3-2. Well, we told you about some of those games, and some more have gotten started around the big leagues here. We'll get you an update on what's happening in Major League Baseball here today. As the 3-2 pitch on the way, misses down and in, ball 4. So Burbank walks to lead off here in the bottom of the second inning. Second walk for Moore through an inning plus. So now here is Austin Gleed, the shortstop. Gleed suffered through a tough opening game today. He was 0 for 4. Struck out and hit the ball on the ground 3 times. First pitch to Gleed. That's lined right at the shortstop. He'll fire back to first and turn it into a double play. So Gleed lines out. Good play by Vaughn. Turn it into a 6-3 double play, and there's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Trevor Gregory. Trevor singled, scored in the 6th. It's the only time he reached base in the first game. He fouled out and struck out. He was 1 for 3. First pitch to Gleed, over for a strike, and it's 0-1, or to Gregory rather, and it's 0-1. The 1 pitch on the way, misses down and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away here against Gregory. Right fielder maybe just a shade toward the line, as the next pitch to Gregory is up high again, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Moore doesn't throw nearly as hard as Killian, but he relies more on more deception and guile, movement on the pitches, as he falls behind as he comes home with a 2-1, and it misses inside. It's now 3 balls and a strike on Trevor Gregory for the Indians, as the 3-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Gregory tried to turn on one and hit one out near Bear Lake, that direction. And the 3-2 pitch is inside. It's the second walk of the inning. So Gregory heads down to first. Second walk of the inning, 3rd of the game against Moore. And now here's the number 9 hitter, Emery Thorson, to come up. Emery, 2 for 3 in the first game, pair of singles, scored a run, and swings and misses at the first pitch. Pitchers have kind of figured out if you keep the ball in on Thorson, kind of gets him tied up as the pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So 0-2 on Thorson. And the 0-2 offering, hit in the air, foul. And it'll stay at no balls and 2 strikes against Emery. They've found that if you keep the ball in to where he can't extend his arms and keep him tied up, that the defense can be a little bit more successful against him. As that next pitch bounces away, there goes Gregory for second base, as that'll be a wild pitch to allow Gregory to get to second base on the pitch in the dirt. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Emery Thorson, who started play today hitting .378. The first game here today was the only game in the last 3 in which Thorson did not hit a 3-run home run. As that pitch bounces up there, runs the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He had a 3-run home run in the game against Marsh Valley last Saturday, and then a 3-run home run at Bear Lake. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way from Moore. Holding now comes home, as that's line foul down into the left field corner. It'll stay at 2-2. So Gregory back to the bag at second. Moore ready again with a new ball up on top. The 2-2 pitch, breaking pitch missed outside and runs the count full. Now 3-2 on Emery Thorson. Three-two pitch on the way, hit back up the middle. Vaughn near the bag, has a roll up his arm and lost the play. Tough bounce out near the skin part of the infield near second base. As Vaughn didn't field it cleanly, it rolled up his arm. And the throw to cross was not in time as Thorson runs much too well and beats it out. So Emery puts runners at second and third as Gregory goes to third on the play. Actually, I take that back. There's runners at the corners. And now here is Madsen. Madsen walked his first time up. Not sure what the home plate umpire is having an issue with, but he keeps stopping play. So here's Madsen, and the first pitch to Ashton popped up into left field. Birch coming up near the line, has the play, makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. And Preston, who left 11 men on base, check that, 9 men on base in the first game, they've left 3 on base so far here through 2 innings in the nightcap. No runs. There was 1 hit, a couple of walks in the inning, and they end up leaving 2. As we're done with 2, we'll go to the third. It's 3-1, Pocatello on top.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Find out the latest on livestock trends and ag information with Rick Haynes. It's Haynes at the Reins, Saturday mornings at 10 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we start the third inning. 3-1 Pokey on top. Jace Vaughn leads it off, hits a ball in the air to center field. Wynn going back, turns well short of the wall, and makes the catch. And they finally get Vaughn out for the first time today as he flies out to center. So 1 out. Now here is Caden Knowles, grounded out his first time up here in the nightcap of the doubleheader. The top 3 men in the lineup for the Pocatello Thunder really did the damage in the first game as Knowles takes the first pitch over for a strike. They were on base 11 times between the three hitters. as Knowles hits a ball hard to left, but right there is Emery Thorson to put that away, and that's the second out. So now here's Martin Serrano, who walked and scored back in the first inning.
Serrano now the batter.
Serrano, the catcher, was on base twice. He was walked and hit by a pitch, but he also grounded out a couple of times and hit into a fielder's choice in the first game as well. So even though he was on base 3 times, certainly he had his struggles trying to get there as the first pitch misses down low from Matson. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Ashton's 1-0 pitch hit in the air to center. Again, Wynn, plenty of room, waves everybody off. 3 fly balls, 3 easy outs here in the third inning as the Pocatello goes in order 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's still Pocatello 3, Preston 1.
KACA.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles do. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Bottom of the third inning, 3-1. Pocatello remains on top, and for the Indians, it'll be Inglet, Oxborough, and Wynn due up here in the third inning against Moore. Kind of a delay getting going here in the third inning, waiting for Moore to get complete his warm-up tosses. So it gives us a chance to tell you about some of those scores we were talking about from that are games going on now around the major leagues. Brewers have a couple of runs on 4 hits in Pittsburgh against the Pirates, who have been held to just 1 hit through 7 innings. So that's 2-1. Milwaukee on top. Bottom of the 5th inning in Cincinnati, Padres leading 6-1 over the Reds. As Jurickson Profar has a home run in that game for the Pods, as the first pitch here to Inglet is up high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the 1-0. That's up high again, ball 2 balls and no strikes. The Rays at home today against the Mariners, playing in the bottom of the 7th inning. They lead Seattle 3-1. 2-0 pitch misses again, ball 3 balls and no strikes. Kiermaier and Crawford with home runs in that game. As the 3-0 pitch is swung at and popped up in foul ground, Knowles there to make the catch. So Inglet fouls out on a 3-0 pitch. And that'll bring up Chase Oxborough, who grounded out his first time up here in the second game of the doubleheader. Middle of the 6th at Yankee Stadium. Baltimore and the Yankees are tied at 2. Nationals at home today, taking on the Florida Marlins, the Miami Marlins, as Oxborough hits the first pitch on the ground to the right side, and he's out 3-1. So quickly 2 up, 2 down. Now here's Damon Wynn, who singled a home run back in the first inning for the Indians. Nationals being shut out so far through 5 by the Marlins. It's 2-0. Top of the 6th in Toronto, the Red Sox and the Jays are tied at 1. And the Cubs lead the Braves by a score of 3-0 as they play in the top of the fourth inning down in Atlanta. As the first pitch here to Win misses down and away, ball one ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch misses well outside, and it's 1-1. It's almost like the teams have now started to just swing away, kind of get things going, hurry up to try to get the game in before it gets too dark. Here's the next pitch here to Damon, misses down low, 3-0. Tigers in Minnesota today against the Twins as they threw 4.5, 2-0 Twins leading Detroit. Bottom of the second inning in Texas, that's the Astros and the Rangers tied at 1. So 3 balls and no strikes. Moore ready, here he comes, 3-0, and the pitch hit foul again off the first base side. It's 3-1. And I cite as evidence of my hypothesis that they're just trying to swing away and get the game moving is because Wynn is the second Indian player to swing at a 3-0 pitch here in this half inning. As he swings and misses, now the count runs full, 3-2. So still some other games yet to get started tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way as Wynn takes a called third strike on the inside half, and Preston goes in order just like Pocatello did in the top of the inning. We'll tell you about some of the other games still to come in the big leagues when we come back, as we are through with 3 innings here. It's Pocatello 3, Preston 1.
KACA.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments, day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
Well, we'll go to the fourth inning here. Middle third of the order due up for Pocatello as Matty Evans, J.D. Gunderson, and Alex Wynn will come up here against Ashton Madsen. Madsen, who is yet to allow a hit, although he's given up 3 runs, as the first pitch misses ball 1 here against Evans, who grounded out his first time up and takes that pitch for a strike. Pocatello in the first inning got 3 runs on no hits. A couple of walks, a hit batter, and 2 errors by the Indians to produce those runs as the 1-1 pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. So he's yet to give up a hit. Jumps ahead of Evans, 1-2. The next pitch, there's a ground ball up the middle. That will be the first hit of the game as Evans rolls that one into center field. So Evans singles to lead off here in the fourth. And now here is J.D. Gunderson, who was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first inning. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston. Gunderson, who played third base in the first game, playing at second base here in the nightcap, and takes that pitch a little high, ball 1, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's swung on and missed. And it's now a 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay. Madsen looks back at second, and the pitch home is hit foul, back over the top of the Pretz box. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Madsen, after giving up 3 easy fly ball outs last inning, gives up a leadoff hit to Evans, who now stands at second base with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Ashton looks into the catcher as Eli Hammonds gets the start behind home plate here in the second game. As that ball popped up, foul ground, Oxborough waves everybody off and makes the catch, then makes sure that Evans stays at second base. So that's the first out on the foul out, and now here is Alex Wynn. Wynn struck out his first time up. In the market for a used car, there's one place to go now, the new used car outlet in the Preston area. That, of course, is Motor Jungle, 597 North State Street at Preston. They have plenty of used cars, so stop by and check them out. Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street in Preston. As Wynn runs up, tries to bunt, leaves it in the glove of the catcher Hammonds, and it's 0-1. Shadow's starting to get a bit long here. Just kind of partly cloudy skies at the moment. Madsen's next pitch bounces away, and that's going to allow the runner Evans to go to third base. That'll be a wild pitch on the pitch that bounces up there. So Evans moves up to third. He's there with 1 out. Now see if Wynn can pick him up. He struck out against Ashton Madsen his first time up here, as the 1-0 pitch on the way, 1-1 pitch rather, is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch home from Madsen is up high. Runs the count even at 2-2. Windy and cold today, but I tell you what, a lot of people came out to brave the elements here to watch the game. Pitch popped up, right straight up the chute. Madsen coming down from the mound, able to make the play just around the home plate area. As Alex Wynn pops up to the pitcher. Now there's 2 outs. And now here's Randy Birch, who walked his first time up. Walked and then was thrown out trying to steal back in the second inning. So 2 outs. Here in the 4th as Madsen rocks and comes home, and the first pitch to Birch is hit foul, and it's 0-1. Birch, who in the first game was the guy on the outside looking in. Pocatello scattered 12 hits in the game, but Birch had none of them. He was 0 for 4 as that pitch misses outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Birch grounded out, popped up twice, and he also struck out in the game and takes that pitch over again, and it's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball, tried to run it away from him, misses outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's hit in the air to left, but that's right where Emery Thorson hangs out. Emery under it, makes the catch, and the inning is over as the leadoff single, and Madsen strands him over at third base. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're done with 3.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th here today. In the second game of the doubleheader, it's still Pocatello 3, Preston 1.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
There was no winner on Wednesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Thursday morning, following the 7:30 news, I'll call out another lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner as the jackpot goes up to $170. Be listening Thursday morning on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH. KACH.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-1 Pocatello on top. Preston has yet to lead in any inning so far here in the two games here today. As Pocatello with single runs in the first and second inning of the first game, Preston never did lead. And 3 runs in the first inning here in the nightcap. As here is Carson Chug to lead off here in the bottom of the fourth and takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. Hunter's 1-0. Bounces up there and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So let's see what Preston can do to generate some offense here and get back into the game as they trail 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As the next pitch home, as Chug takes that pitch down and in, and it's here's the next pitch home to Chug. Hits it foul back here behind home plate. Be out of play. And it's 2-1 or 3-1. I thought it was 3-1. So it is 3-1 as Moore ready. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And it is on the corner for a called strike. And the count runs full, 3-2. So here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. Chug swings and hits it foul off the first base side. It'll stay at 3-2. Preston's had the leadoff man on base in 2 of the 3 innings so far here in game 2 of the doubleheader. As the 3-2 pitch again on the way home. Look out. That's down around Chug's shoe tops as he has to skip to get out of the way. And he'll draw the walk. 4th walk given up by Moore, and the leadoff man on again here for the Indians. That breaks a string of 4 straight retired by Moore. So the leadoff man aboard. Now here is Seth Burbank, who walked one of those times, his only time up. As Moore works out of the stretch and comes home to Burbank, whose first ball swinging hits in the air to left. That's an easy play for Birch. He's there to make the catch. And back to first base will go Carson Chug. And it'll bring up Austin Gleed. You know, we told you about there's some games that haven't started yet today. One of those games is the Cleveland Guardians in Anaheim to take on the Angels today. Zach Plezak goes for the Guardians tonight as they go to first base, and back to the bag is Chug. It'll be Shohei Ohtani on the mound tonight for the Angels. And Ohtani so far this year is 1-2 with an ERA of almost 4.5. As pitch hit foul back into the screen. But if I remember correctly, will be just Ohtani's his second start at home this year, where he pitches much better than he does on the road. So 0-1 the count here on Gleed. 0 for 4 in the first game, 0 for 5 in the doubleheader. As they chase down all the balls that have come back into the field. And ready to go now as Moore has a new ball, stretches, looks back over at first. And comes home to Gleed. Breaking pitch, that's over for a strike. And it's 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Ready again in the 0-2 pitch on the way to Gleed. Look out, backs him off the plate, and it was too far in, and it hit him. It didn't hit him hard. It may have just ruffled his shirt a bit, but nonetheless, it hit him. And they'll head down, they'll take their base, so Chug will go to second. Gleed goes to first. first hit batter for Moore, and it puts runners at first and second and nobody out. Check that, one out in the inning. So here's Gregory. Trevor walked his first time, got as far as third base, but could not come home. And the first pitch from Moore is a breaking pitch that misses down and away. Ball one. Looking down toward the Pocatello dugout, no movement down there other than the head coach calling the pitches. Next pitch to Gregory. Fastball misses high and away. Now we're going to get some movement as the head coach is going to come out and talk to his young right-hander Moore. So he's put the tying runs on base, the go-ahead run at the plate with only one out, and falls behind Gregory. 2 balls and no strikes. So timeout here for a moment, a meeting at the mound, and gives us a chance to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Naylor Insurance, with many options to serve you from home, health, life, and auto, all through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Naylor Insurance, you can find them at 153 North State Street here in Preston, or give them a call at 852-0810, 852-0810. So the meeting at the mound breaks up. Skipper heads back toward the dugout, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count on Trevor Gregory here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tying runs on base here for the Indians. Emery Thorson waits on deck. Next pitch to Gregory, slap foul over off the first base side, and it's now 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Moore again with a new ball. Ready, comes home. The 2-1 pitch is lined into left field. That'll be a base hit. Over to cut it off, and then the ball bounces behind Birch. That gets 1 in. Here comes Gleed around third. He will score. Preston ties the game. It's 3-3 on a single and an error. So Trevor Gregory, an RBI single to get 1 run home. The error on the left fielder allows Gleed to come home. Preston scores twice. Not only have they tied the game, there's still only 1 out, and the go-ahead run Gregory is now at second base. Here's Emery Thorson. That's the first hit of the inning for the Indians, as it's able to plate 2 runs. First pitch to Thorson, fastball that misses low, ball 1. So it's a 3-3 tie as the Indians get even. Thorson, 3 hits on the day. Had 2 of them back in the first game and had a hit in his only at-bat here in the second game, and takes the breaking pitch a bit high. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the next pitch home from Moore to Thorson, and that misses. Check that, he called it a strike, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch now. That is on the inside half for a strike, and it's even at 2-2. Outfield straight away against Emery. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Moore ready. Here's the 2-2. Bounces up there. Thorson lays off of it. And the count runs full to Emery. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tied at 3, bottom of the 4th. Go ahead run at second base. Only 1 out. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Thorson. It's low, ball 4. You get the feeling that Moore is not long for this game. That's his 5th walk. And here comes the skipper, and that's going to be it for Moore. So Moore meets the manager halfway between the first base line and the mound, hands him the ball, and he jogs off as he leaves with the game tied, but he's still responsible for the go-ahead run out at second base. And we have a timeout on the field. So we're going to take a timeout as well. We'll come back and we'll tell you who the new pitcher will be coming up here for the Thunder. As we'll take a quick timeout, we'll come back and tell you about the new pitcher right after this.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, auto owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
Well, the new pitcher coming in here for Pocatello is Madden Evans, who came in to get the last 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning in the first game and struck out both men that he faced, as he'll be brought in here with 2 men on and 1 out. Preston has tied the game, and Ashton Matson is the first man that he will face. First pitch, runs it away on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Matson walked and flew out. 0-for-1 here in the nightcap, as the next pitch is a fastball that misses in, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Moore went 3 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, but he can't close the book on him completely because he's still responsible for the 2 men on base. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Matson, taking again, and takes a strike, and it's 1-2. Moore also walked 5, struck out 1, and hit a batter. 1-2. Evans ready, looks back at second, and comes home to Matson with the 1-2. It's pulled foul. That'll head down toward the right field corner. And stays at a ball and 2 strikes now on Ashton Matson. So Matson climbs back in. Evans ready, looks back at second base. Big lead back there by Gregory. And the next pitch is hammered toward right field. Going back on the ball is Wynn, and he'll have to play it off the fence. Actually, he caught it, didn't he? He was able to go back and make the catch right at the fence. And tagging and going to third was Gregory. So Matson hits it hard but flies out. That's the second out of the inning, and now here is Devin Inglet. Heck of a play by the right fielder Wynn, able to make that catch up against the fence. So here's Inglet with runners at the corners. And the first pitch to Devin, breaking ball, is too tall. 1 ball and no strikes. So 1-0. Go ahead run at third base as the 1-0 pitch on the outside edge. It'll be 1-1 now on Inglet. Devin trying to pick up the run to give the Preston Indians their first lead of the day with a 2-out hit. Comes the 1-1. Hit along the right field line. Wynn coming over into the corner. That one's going to go foul. And it's now 1-2. Today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Remember, whatever you need to keep your car running strong, they have it for you at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. So stop in where you'll be treated like a friend at 17 South State Street in Preston. 1-2, the count on Devin Inglet. 2 outs, 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 is hit to center, and it's going to fall in front of the center fielder. And Preston has their first lead of the day as Gregory comes home on the RBI hit by Devin Inglet. Inglet scores. It's the 3rd run of the inning. And now here's Chase Oxborough, the 8th batter of the inning, to come up for Preston. 3 runs on 2 hits. And the first pitch to Ox is up and away, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So 4-3, Preston on top. The 1-0 pitch. Runs it away from him, and it nibbles the corner, and it's 1-1. As much as the wind had blown earlier today, blowing straight out from left field when the first game started, in across the outfield as well, as the pitch outside, 2-1. Right now there is absolutely no wind as the flag hangs totally limp out in left field. Comes the 2-1 to Oxborough. Again, misses high and away, ball 3. So now all of a sudden, Evans is a pitch away from loading the bases. Damon Wynn waiting on deck with 2 outs. Here comes the 3-1 to Oxborough. And it's high, ball 4.
Oxborough reaches on a walk.
So Evans with a 2-out walk to Oxborough. That's the 6th walk to Preston batters here in the second game of the doubleheader. And the 9th man to bat in the inning is Damon Wynn. Wynn 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 1st and took a called 3rd strike his last time up. Here's the first pitch to Damon. Takes a fastball on the corner for a strike. Thorson down the line from 3rd. Evans ready, comes home the next pitch, breaking ball that Wynn ducks underneath, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Thorson at 3rd, Inglet at 2nd, Oxborough at 1st. Here's the 1-1 offering. Swung on and missed. Good fastball. The Wynn was all over and swung right through it. So it's 1-2. Wynn back up on top. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that missed just inside. So it's 2-2. Got a bunch of amateur umpires just down here below us. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Took something off as Wynn swings through it and strikes out. But Preston scores 3 in the inning on 2 hits. There was no errors, and they also leave the bases loaded here in the inning. But Preston grabs their first lead of the day with 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. And it's now Preston 4 and Pocatello 3. We'll be right back.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Start your Sunday mornings with inspirational music, thoughts, and stories. It's the Sounds of Sunday. Sunday mornings, 6 a.m. to noon on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Top of the fifth inning, Hunter Killian leading it off as Ashton Madsen falls behind 2-0. He comes home with a 2-0 pitch, and it's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Madsen pitching with a lead for the first time as Killian jumps all over one and hits it to left field and deep, and it is gone. So Hunter Killian leads off the top of the fifth inning with a solo home run and ties the game at 4. And for Killian, with the big fly ball, comes home to a hero's welcome as he gets to home plate. And for Killian, that's his first home run of the year. So here is Stuckey. And he hits the ball popped up right in the middle of the infield. Madsen comes down to home plate again and makes the catch on that. So pop up right back to the pitcher. And there's one out. Now we go back to the top of the order and Jace Vaughn due up. Vaughn's walked and flew out. 0 for 1 officially in the second game of the doubleheader. Because all he did in the first game was run circles around the bases. He was 5 for 5 in the first game. First pitch here, misses down low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So 4 runs on 2 hits for the Thunder. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Indians. As a pitch hit foul back into the screen. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So a lot of people running the bases as there's the 1-1 on the way. That's popped up again right around home plate. Madsen giving chase, but it's the catcher, Madsen, who was not able to make the catch. So a ball and a strike. Vaughn back up to the plate. Madsen out of the windup and comes home with the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away here against Vaughn. And here's the 2-2, and that misses outside. So it runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes here. As Ashton Roxon comes home again, and the 3-2 pitch again popped up. This is going to make the fan area, however, so really no opportunity for Hammonds to try to make that play. So it stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch again on the way, misses up and in. And Vaughn is on base yet again. So after going 5 for 5 in the first game, he draws his second walk here of the nightcap. Runner at first base with 1 out. And now here is Caden Knowles, who's 0 for 2. Madsen's first pitch to Knowles in the dirt, dug out nicely by Hammonds. And it is 1 ball and no strikes. Matson ready again. Looks again back over at first. There goes the runner. There goes the ball. Hit towards center field. Wynn with a long run. He's there and dropped it. Has to go pick it up over near the fence. Both runners will keep going. Knowles pulls into second base, and it's Vaughn goes all the way to third. Long run for Wynn, and he wasn't able to hang on to it. So because it was such a long run, give Knowles a double and puts runners at second and third. Second hit of the inning. So here's Martin Serrano. One out as the first pitch from Matson misses high, ball one, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch misses again, and it's 2-0. There was something that happened today in baseball history, and I'm trying to find the listing of it so I know exactly what year it was as the pitch swung on and missed. And I'm not able to find the exact listing to tell me what year it was, as the next pitch again to Serrano hit foul. Anyway, do you remember the game when Jose Canseco was playing for the Texas Rangers and the ball hit into right field? Canseco went back toward the fence, tried to make the catch, whiffed on it completely, did not catch the ball. Here's the 2-2 as Serrano hits that little chip shot along the left field side, and that's going to go foul. So Canseco was going back on the ball and reached up to try to make the catch in right field, and the ball hit off his head and bounced over the fence and went for a home run. That was on this date, and I want to say it was about 1980, but I can't find the exact listing. So that infamous headshot by Canseco was on this date years ago as Serrano turns one around, hit it toward right center field, and that's going to bounce off the fence. That's going to get one in. That's going to get two in as Serrano with a 2-run double gives the Thunder a lead again. So a 2-run double gets the Thunder a couple more runs. They've scored 3 here in the inning on the home run, and now the double by Serrano to pick up a couple of runs. And it's 6-4 as the Thunder gain the lead again. Third hit of the inning off of Matson, as here's the first pitch, and Madden Evans hits it foul. Evans, who came in to pitch the last inning. As comes back up to the plate, no balls and 1 strike. Evans singled, grounded out, drove in an RBI back in the first inning with his ground out. Hits the next pitch foul again, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Matson ready, sets at the belt, looks back at second base. And the 0-2 pitch misses down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Remember, final game of the 3-game series is tomorrow afternoon. First pitch 4 o'clock from Hollowell Field in Pocatello. As the next pitch up high again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Austin Gleed expected to make the start tomorrow afternoon for the Indians. The 2-2 pitch to Evans misses down and in, ball 3. And could be that Matson is starting to show signs of running out of gas. Three balls and 2 strikes. Ashton ready again, sets, looks back at second base. Holding now the 3-2 pitch. And it's a breaking ball that's down low, knocked around by Hammonds. That's going to allow the runner to move up to third. Now there'll be runners at the corners. 2 walks in the inning. And with runners at the corners, here is J.D. Gunderson. Gunderson was hit by a pitch, scored a run, and fouled out. Matson's first pitch to Gunderson shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes the pitch high. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Matson's walked 4, has struck out 2 in the game. Ashton ready again, comes home with the 1-0 pitch. That misses high and in. And there goes the runner. And with a little bit of a belly flop, Matson will steal second base. So runners at second and third, and still only 1 out, but that'll allow Ashton Matson now to go back to the windup. And the breaking ball drops over on the inner half, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 to Gunderson. Misses down and away. It's 3-1. So Matson also now a pitch away from potentially loading the bases here. And pitch is popped up. Right around second base, it's Gleed. Now giving way, it's Burbank with the ball in the wind coming over, makes the catch. So 2 outs. And here's Alex Wynn. Wynn struck out, popped up. 0 for 2 here in the nightcap of the doubleheader. (6-4) Pocatello on top here in the bottom of inning number 5. As the first pitch, a little breaking ball, spins high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch. Again, breaking ball. This one misses down and away, and it's 2-0. Ashton back to the windup again. Comes home the 2-0 pitch. That's hitting the air into short right. Coming up on the ball is Chug. He's there and makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. But not before. Pocatello scores 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits. And they leave a couple of men on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th as Pocatello comes back to regain the lead. It's now 6-4 Thunder lead as we go to the bottom of inning number 5.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500. We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
6-4 Pocatello on top as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And today's game brought to you by West Motors in Preston and Logan. When you need a car or truck for that college or high school student, stop by West Motors where you can save today. West Motors in Preston and in Logan. So here in the bottom of the 5th inning, after the Indians batted around last inning, he'll start with Carson Chug, Seth Burbank, and then Austin Gleed. Chug walked and scored one of the runs in the inning for the Indians. They ended up taking the lead with 3 runs in the last inning. So up there to lead off here against Evans, who came in to get the last couple of outs in the last inning, as the first pitch to Chug is a fastball for a strike. Evans, who pitched to Burbank and Gregory to close out the bottom of the 7th inning in the first game and struck them both out, and comes home with that pitch that misses up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the 1-1 pitch now from Evans as that's hit into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch with us here on the misses outside, 2-2. It was nice to have James Carter upstairs with us here for a while today. Jim, who was named the Preston Fan of the Year at the state girls basketball tournament, as he goes to every game he can possibly get to, whether it's home or away. And he was here today and came upstairs and hung out with us for a while to get out of the wind. It was nice to see James around. Here's the 2-2. This is outside, runs the count full, now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Indians trying to get the leadoff man on yet again. And here's the 3-2 pitch. It's ripped back up the middle. Vaughn can't get it. It's into center field, base hit. So Chug will single to lead off here in the bottom of the 5th. Hit number 5 on the game for the Indians, and now here is Seth Burbank. Preston now has had the leadoff man on in 4 of the 5 innings here in the second game of the doubleheader. So here's Burbank. Wind starting to gust in again from left field, as a fastball missed outside, ball 1. So again, the wind blowing straight in from left. It's going to take one of those Herculean blasts to try to hit a home run like Hunter Killian did. Killian just hit his at the right time when the wind was down, as that ball's hit into right field, base hit. Nice job by Burbank as he steers one to the right side. And going from first to third is Chug on the single by Burbank. So a nice piece of hitting by Seth Burbank just to steer one to the right side and got it past the first baseman. So 2 on, nobody out, and now here's Austin Gleed. Gleed was hit by a pitch his last time up and scored a run. That's been his only time on base here this afternoon, as other than being hit by a pitch, he's 0 for 5. Here's the first pitch to Gleed. There goes the runner, and the pitch is dropped by Serrano trying to make the transfer from glove to hand. So it's a stolen base for Burbank. And runners at second and third for the Indians. And nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. So the tying runs are in scoring position with nobody out. As the next pitch swung on and missed, Gleed tried to steer one to the right side and came up empty. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Evans back up on top again, checks the runners, and here's the 1-1. Look at that hit him. As Gleed, you can hear him yell all the way up here that he got hit by the pitch as he yells, "Oh shoot," as he goes down to first base. But that loads the bases for the Indians, and still nobody out. As Gleed gets hit for the 2nd time in a row. And for the Indians, Chug at 3rd, Burbank at 2nd, Gleed at 1st. Good speed on the bases, and here's Trevor Gregory. And Trevor swings and misses the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Gregory walked in the 2nd, RBI single back in the 4th. The 0-1. Hit it a short center. Don't think it's going to be playable, or should say deep enough to get a run in unless they drop it, as the second baseman Gunderson able to make the play, but tagging and coming home anyway to score is Carson Chug. So the scoring fly ball for Gregory picks up the run. That's the first out of the inning. As Gregory, Chug hustles home to make it a one-run game. The tying run still at second base. Now hold on as they appeal the third base, and the umpires say nope, he'd left on time. So here is Emery Thorson with a couple of men on base. Here's the first pitch to Emery. Swung on and missed. Thorson singled and walked. Had a couple of hits in the first game, so he has 3 hits overall on the day. Here comes the 0-1 on the way from Evans. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Still only 1 out. Tying run standing at second base. The go-ahead run over at first. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So Thorson goes down on strikes on 3 pitches. And now there's 2 outs. Then we'll go back to the top of the order, and Ashton Matson will come up to try to keep the inning alive. 6-5, Pocatello on top, bottom of the 5th. Matson 0 for 2, flew out a couple of times. He walked to lead off the bottom of the first inning and eventually came around to score. And the first pitch to Ashton is hit foul. That'll go over by the JV field. And it's 0-1. Certainly it's started to cool off now as well with the sun going down. The 0-1. Hit in the air along the left field line. Coming over is Birch. Foul crosses into foul ground but can't get there. And it's 0-2 now on Ashton Matson. Two outs, bottom of the 5th. Indians have a run home here in the inning. Got back to within a run at 6-5. Pocatello's got their runs in bunches here in the second game. They got 3 in the first and 3 in the 5th. And the 0-2 pitch coming up here to Matson. It's lined into the right center field. Here comes the tying run. The go-ahead run moving to third on the RBI single by Ashton Matson. And we're tied at 6 as Burbank comes home to score. Lead goes all the way to third. Preston with 2 runs here in the inning, and we're even at 6. So the go-ahead run is at third, and here is Devin Inglett, who had an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. As the first pitch to Inglett, breaking ball from Evans, is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Down the line from third comes Gleed. And time called as Evans backs off before he comes home with a no ball, 1 strike count. Now back up on top, sets at the letters and comes home to Inglett, and the pitch misses outside. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runs on 3 hits and a hit batter here in the inning, and a scoring fly ball have gotten the Indians even again. As today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. Comes the next pitch home to Inglett, taking it in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Hold on, time called. Ball gets loose again off the JV field. As head coach Kenny Inglett saw that coming. Go ahead and potential winning run as it's getting a little bit darker now over at third base for the Indians with 2 outs. Pitch home to Inglett. Ground ball to the left side. It's in the left field. Base hit. That'll get 1 run in. Going to third is another run. Now the ball's thrown away. It's back behind home plate as Madsen gets to his feet and comes home, and England ends up all the way over at third. So Madsen ends up all the way over at third, going there on the throwing error as Gleed came home to score. I should say Madsen came home to score also, and England ends up at third, is what I meant to say. So 4 runs in the inning now for the Indians as 2 more came in. And Preston now with a 2-run lead at 8-6, and here's Chase Oxborough as Ox, look out, hits a line drive foul right past the heels of the first base coach for the Indians. So Preston has scored 7 runs in the last inning and 2/3. And they lead the game 8-6. And the pitch home. Misses inside. With their win in the first game of the doubleheader today, Pocatello has won 9 in a row. But that winning streak looks like a little on the ropes here as they trail 8-6 in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch home to Oxborough. That misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Outfield pretty much straight up. They don't shift as far or as hard as against Oxborough as they did in the first game, as the breaking ball misses outside. And it's now 3-1. In the first game of the doubleheader, Vaughn, the shortstop, was playing over on the second base side of the bag as they were shifting all the way over. 3-1 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-2. Oxborough, the 8th man to hit in the inning. Preston sent 9 to the plate last inning. And here is the 3-2 pitch on the way to Oxborough. Swung on and missed as Chase strikes out and leaves a runner at third base. However, Preston scores 4 on a total of 4 hits and a hit batter in the inning, and they leave 1 on base. As we'll go to the 6th, as Preston again has got off the rug and now has regained the lead after 5 complete. It's Preston 8, Pocatello 6.
KACA.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any...
KACH.
Here we go to the top of the 6th inning. Randy Birch leads it off as the pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. It'll be Birch, Killian, and Stuckey due up here in the top of the 6th inning. As that pitch hit foul over by the JV field, as that's now 1-2 here on Birch, who walked and flew out. He's 0 for 1 officially here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Ashton Madsen stays out there as the next pitch hit in the air to left, playable. Thorson's got to come up as the wind pushes the ball away from him, and he can't get it. As that little fly ball along the left field line, the wind was holding it up but pushing it away from Thorson at the same time, and Emery couldn't quite get there in time. So it's a little wind-blown single for Birch to lead off, and now here is Hunter Killian who hit a home run, his first of the year his last time up, when there wasn't the wind that there is blowing in now, straight in from left field. So here's Killian. He also flew out to center here in the game as he hits that ball past the third baseman, and that's going to roll down into the left field corner. Here comes Birch. He'll get as far as third. He'll hold there on a double by Killian. First two men both reach here in the top of the sixth. Just the sixth hit that Madsen has allowed. So here's Stuckey, struck out and popped up. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. 8-6, Preston leads, but the tying runs are on base as that pitch misses inside this time to Stuckey, and it's 1-1 strike. Leadoff man, Jace Vaughn, waiting on deck. The 1-1. Look out. Spin out of the hands of Madsen. Heck of a save by Hammonds behind home plate. The catcher able to keep that from going to the backstop, which would have got one run in for certain. 2 balls and a strike. Madsen ready again. Here he comes as Stuckey out in front of it. And it's now 2-2. Stuckey back up there as the next pitch again hit in the air to short center. Wynn coming up, still coming up, still coming, able to make the catch as tagging and feigning a run home as Wynn able to get it back in, and holding it third was Birch. Wynn uncorked a pretty good throw from center field, but Birch wasn't coming anyway. And now back to the top of the order is Jace Vaughn, who walked, hit by a pitch, and flew out to center. Still 0-for-1 officially here in the nightcap of the doubleheader, and takes that first pitch down low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Tying runs are out there on base for the Thunder. And Madsen trying to work out of the jam. Comes back up on top of the hill, comes home with a 1-0, ground ball back to him. He flips it in the air back over toward first. They get the out there as coming home to score is Birch and makes it 8-7. But Madsen able to get a glove on it. It popped out of his glove and rolled about and flipped about halfway to first base, but he's able to chase it down and get the out. That's the second out of the inning. So the tying run to third base, and here is Knowles, and hits the first pitch foul back into the screen. Knowles 1 for 3 as he doubled his last time up. Grounded out and flew out his first 2 times at bat here in the nightcap. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball. Good pitch. And it's over on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Home plate umpire probably took 3 or 4 seconds before he signaled strike, and I'm thinking to myself, you can't call that a ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. As they leave the run at third base. As Pocatello gets a run on 2 hits. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's 8-7 Preston. We'll be right back.
Wait for the official word here.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
A little roller up along third. Killian has it, fires across in time for the out. So Wynn grounds out to open the bottom of the sixth inning. He's out 5-3. And now here's Carson Chug, who has scored twice in the game, walked, singled, and is grounded out. 1 for 2 officially. As Evans still out there, comes home to Chug, and the pitch is hit foul at home plate. So the idea here for the Thunder is get the Indians out 1-2-3 as quick as you possibly can and get back up before it's too dark to see. As I was going to say, the shadows have grown long, but there's no shadows left. As the next pitch is a breaking ball for a strike, and it's, I believe it's 1-1 on Chug as the pitch home hits that pitch foul. It's 2 strikes. Evans ready again, comes home with a pitch to Chug. Ground ball to the right side, but it's hit right at the second baseman Gunderson, who throws him out, and there's quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 8-7, Preston on top. And now here's Burbank. Walked, singled, scored a run. First pitch home to Burbank. First ball swinging. And hits a little fly ball into right field. Coming up as the right fielder. He's there and makes the catch as Wynn able to grab it just as he crosses over the line into foul territory. And the Indians go out 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll go to the 7th. Pocatello trails by a run. 8-7, Preston leads. We'll be right back.
KACH.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right. We have reached the 7th inning here today. In the second game of the doubleheader, Preston clinging to a run lead, and they'll go to the bullpen as they'll bring in Seth Burbank to pitch and try to preserve the win here in the 7th inning. 8-7 Indians, and it's Martin Serrano to lead off. And the first pitch to Serrano leans on one and hits it well foul out along the right field line. and it's 0-1. Preston need 3 outs for a split here today. And they're for next pitch, popped up in the infield, playable, as it's the shortstop or Madsen. It's Ashton tried to come in and get it, but it was Burbank who was able to just hold his glove up and make the catch. So there's the first out here in the top of the 7th, and the pitcher, Madden Evans, will come up. Evans walked, singled, and grounded out. 1 for 2. Burbank works out of the stretch, and the first pitch is hit in the air off the first base side. Oxborough over to have a look and can't get it. So 0-1. Today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember to call them in your time of need at 852-0533. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. And by Rounds & Associates Insurance. Stop by for your competitive quote today at 85 South State Street. Rounds & Associates Insurance, 852-2500. 0-1 the count on Evans. Burbank comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Missed outside. Ball and a strike. 1 out, top of the 7th. Preston trying to put this away. And the 1-1 pitch, that's hit foul, and it's now 1-2. Well, there's some baseballs coming back in for the home plate umpire, so we'll stop and pick those up for a second. That'll allow it to get a little bit darker. One ball and 2 strikes. Evans, little walk around, now climbs back in. Burbank up on top of the bump, looks in to Hammonds to get the sign. Now comes set, and the 1-2. Breaking ball, hit in the air, again playable, as a long run for Gregory, and he's gonna run out of room. The wind just kept pushing it away from Gregory as it landed in the bullpen area, and it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. So again, another ball for Burbank. And again, Evans climbs back in. Burbank ready. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, rolled foul. Hit it over by the third base dugout. And it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. And we'll do it all again. Here we go. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Off the glove of the second baseman, as Gleed had to go off his glove out into right field, and the tying run's aboard. As Evans will reach first base. So there's the tying run with 1 out. Now here's J.D. Gunderson, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, and since then has popped up in the infield twice. Indians set the infield in double play depth with 1 out, and the first pitch here is swung on and missed. Gunderson trying to turn that around for a long ways. And he came up empty, and they snapped the throw back over to first, and back on the bag over there is Evans. Gunderson 0 for 2 officially here in the nightcap. And the next pitch is hit foul back into the screen, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. What would you give right now for a nice ground ball hit right at the shortstop? If you're the Indians, you probably give quite a bit. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Burbank strikes out. That's the second out. That's a good breaking pitch. The breaking pitch was hardly going to reach home plate as Gunderson, in his angst, reaches out to try to hit it and dig it out of the dirt as they go back to first base. And again, it's Evans back to the bag. So here's Alex Wynn, 0 for 3. Struck out, popped up, flew out to right. 2 outs, top of the 7th, and the pitch home is hit towards, it's into right center field. It's going to get the runner to second. Evans going to third. He'll be there with 2 outs and runners at the corners. So Wynn, with his first hit of the game, sends the tying run as far as third base. So here's Randy Birch. Singled, walked, scored a run. He's also flown out to left. Tying runners at third base. So the onus now on Hammonds is not to let the ball get away. Burbank ready. Comes home with the first pitch, hit in the air off the third base side. That'll go foul, and it's 0-1. I've asked people, when was the last time Preston had beaten Pocatello in a baseball game? All I can ever get is just people shrugging their shoulders. It's been a while. They're 1 out away. Ready again. Burbank comes home, the 0-1. High, 1 ball and 1 strike. Evans at third. Wynn over at first. Here comes the 1-1 from Burbank. And it misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Center fielder for the Indians, Wynn, is over into right center field. It's a big hole in the left center field area as that pitch is hit in the air. Coming up on the ball is Gleed, or is Chug. He makes the catch, and the game is over as the Indians beat the Thunder by the final score of 8-7. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the post-game show coming up. It's on the way right after this as the Indians win the second game of the doubleheader here this afternoon. Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have occasion when you need a professional to look at your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. Looking for a quality used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
There was no winner on Wednesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by Franklin County Medical Center and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Thursday morning, following the 7:30 news, I'll call out another lucky 4-digit number and see if we can find a winner as the jackpot goes up to $170. Be listening Thursday morning on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian postgame show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian postgame show. Well, I was saying, just as the final out was being recorded, when you ask people around these parts, when's the last time that a Preston high school baseball team had beaten Pocatello, nobody can answer you. All you get is a shrug of the shoulders. It had been that long, but the Indians able to come away with an 8-7 come from behind win here to win the second game of the doubleheader. They pick up the win, they split the doubleheader, and sets up the rubber game of the series coming up tomorrow afternoon over at Hollowell Field in Pocatello. As for the Indians, they paying the first loss in conference play against Pocatello today, and they end up splitting the doubleheader after losing the first game 8-4. They come back and win the nightcap 8-7. For Preston to win it, 8 runs on 8 hits. They leave 7 men on base. Pocatello, 7 runs on 8 hits. They left 6 men on base. They had the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first in the top of the 7th inning, but Seth Burbank was able to come in and slam the door as they got Randy Bush to fly out to right field to end it, and Preston walks away with an 8-7 win here in the second game of the doubleheader this evening. As we'll take a timeout, we'll come back, we'll have our player of the game as we continue right after this.
KACH.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
Well, welcome back here as a break kind of runs short, but let's talk about our player of the game here this afternoon. As the player of the game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Phase 3 in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. As our player of the game today, well, you have to go all the way back to the first game, as Jace Vaughn really put on a show in the first game, as he was 5 for 5 with 3 runs scored, added 2 more runs scored in the second game of the doubleheader. So he ended up officially on the day 5 for 7 with 5 runs scored in the 2 games, and he is our player of the game, brought to you by Ralph's Construction. Take our last time out. Tell you what's on tap for the Indians coming up right after this.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
Well, the Indians able to come up with a win in the second game of the doubleheader. They split the twin bill today with the Pocatello Thunder, and what's on tap for the Indians comes up tomorrow afternoon as the scene will shift over to Hollowell Field in Pocatello for Game 3 of this three-game set with the Thunder, as tomorrow Austin Gleed, I was told, will get the start tomorrow for the Indians, as he'll go up against the Thunder over on their home field in Pocatello. 4 o'clock game time tomorrow afternoon. We'll have it for you here on KACH. We'll have the pregame show starting about 3:45 from over at Hollowell Field. So that'll wrap up our broadcast for today and tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio engineer today was John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard. As we get ready to head off into the sunset here this afternoon, we'll talk to you tomorrow from over in Pocatello as the Indians and the Thunder split the doubleheader. Pocatello wins the first game 8-4. Preston comes back to take the nightcap by a final score of 8-7. So we'll talk to you tomorrow from Pocatello. Until then, I'm Dan Hubbard. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.
KACH.